It's time for this week's episode of the Vol Vet Review. Now, we have a weekly series going on. We have a playlist if you want to go see all of the things that we are so grateful to the University of Tennessee Knoxville Veterinary College. They explain all the things about colic, and they've even gone into different things about dogs and cats and grief over animals passing and surgery and just so many different things. And so today, they're going to show us what it looks like when your animal, your horse specifically, is admitted, goes to the back room, since they don't allow owners to be there, so it's not such a scary topic. It's not so scary to admit your horse and take them to be examined, especially if you have something that's an emergency like a colic. Happy here gave us a scare last night, and thankfully we didn't have to take her into the vet, but this might have a similar look to it as your local vet or the vet you would take your horse to. So I'm going to give it over to them.
Hi, it's Dr. Powell again, and I'm here with Ari, one of our VTS, our veterinary technician specialists, and we are here to explain what happens whenever your horse has to actually get referred in. We understand it's a very scary process, and since we don't allow people to come into the back, we want to make sure we show exactly what we will be doing. So to make it a little bit less scary for you guys, we're going to go ahead and let Ari kind of talk about the process.
Yeah, so when you arrive, our team will meet you outside, and we're going to divide into two different groups. So half of our team will stay with you, talk to you through the process, get a history, get your take on what's been going on, and then our other team, the other half of the team, is going to bring your horse into the back, into this room here. This is our colic workup room. So your horse, if they are cooperative enough, will come into these stocks. Our students will perform a physical exam along with one of our interns. We will pull a little bit of blood and run it on this machine here. This is called an epoch machine. So this measures our values, and then we record them on this sheet here. So this just shows us what's going on with your horse's organ function and things like that. The first step after the physical exam is to perform an ultrasound exam. So we do what's called a flash ultrasound, and here we are looking at your horse's intestines, we're seeing how full their stomach is, and we're also looking to see if we can locate their kidneys. Depending on what we find on the ultrasound, we're going to progress forward. So another thing we do is we place what's called a nasogastric tube. This goes up your horse's nose, down their esophagus, and into their stomach. From there, we can try and get out fluid if the stomach is full of fluid, or we will give them water with this pump here. Depending also what is found on ultrasound, we might perform a rectal exam on your horse, which that is set up is over here. So this is what we call an OB sleeve. So what the doctor does is they put it on. Okay. They bunch it up like this. They fill their hand up with OB lube. So it's nice and smooth for when they go in and palpate your horse rectally. After the full exam, our doctors will come back out to the lobby and talk to you and let you know their findings and the further recommendations for your horse.
Hope that put some feel-good feelings in your stomach about where your horse would be going to if you did have to admit your horse and have it examined. Let us know what other topics that you would like to hear about and deep dive into, since they are so gracious to extend their knowledge to us. So, hope you enjoyed.